Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians.
Today's song is Led Zeppelin. We are going back to them. It's been a minute since we listened to one of their songs, so we chose this one, What Is and What Should Never Be. I love the title, it's so intriguing. But I have no idea what's gonna happen in this song. But at this point, we can say that we are semi-familiar with Led Zeppelin. We listen to a lot of their songs actually. We can link the playlist here for you guys if you want to go check the other videos out. But I would say without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this started because we have no idea what is gonna happen and what the lyrics about. But I don't know. I'm very invested as always to figure it out.
If I say to you tomorrow, take my hand, child, come with me. It's to a castle I will take you, where what's to be, they say, will be. I guess the wind sails, spin, sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And low, but the wind won't blow. We really shouldn't go. It only goes to show that you will be mad by taking that step. And if you say to me tomorrow, oh, what fun it all would be, then what's to stop us, pretty baby? But what is and what should never be? I catch the wind, see it spin, sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. And but the wind won't blow, really shouldn't go, only goes to show that you will be mad by taking our time.
Let's wait here. I feel like this is just the most perfect moment.
I love the structure.
Me too.
It's like it's giving you like spoon by spoon food, and the first spoon it gives you, and you smell it at first, the food a little, and you're like it's like you start small. You look how the food, how the colors are, and then you little by little bite and process, and then go to a peak and a climax of all of the flavors that are in your mouth exploding, and then you swallow the food, and then again another spoon of maybe another food. I really love how it's like listening to five. I mean, I'm guessing that it's going like that. Maybe it's like we are going to listen more of these little pieces, and it has the feeling of listening to maybe like 5-6 songs, really compact, really like beginning and then the climax and then the ending. Like it's feeling like that. It's so cool.
Yeah, actually, I like the structure as well a lot. And the way that you described it, that was perfect. I don't think I have any other
Thank you.
metaphors for that. I was gonna say
I mean,
something.
as always.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're very observant. But yeah, I was gonna explain it in a very literal way. I'm more literal than you, but I think we can just leave it at that. The way you described it, and then I can just save my literal thoughts for the end of the video. So let's go finish it.
you wake up with the sunrise, and all your dreams are still as new. And happiness is what you need so bad. Girl, it's alive with you, yeah. I can't the wind see it's been sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. But the wind won't blow, we really shouldn't go, only got to share. You will be mine by taking our time.
And of course, it ends like that. I mean, what else would
Yeah.
we expect from Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, the song, I mean, I think by now we know that Led Zeppelin is the, I think, master of contrast in their songs. I feel like a lot of their songs I've been listened to have this like two sides of the spectrum, or sometimes some songs are like that and then they have like such a like soft and quiet side as well. But I think this song brought both of those two sides in one. We heard like such soft characters from his voice, the guitar playing, the way that the dynamic was shaping, as you said, the beginning of that journey before to the climax and then dying. It also felt like, I mean, there's so many examples of doing that. You said about the food, but it also like feels like, I don't know, when like even pressing like a piano key, it starts with like creating that sound, and it's, even though we hear it so quickly, but if you slow motion that, you hear slowly the sound is shaping, and then that's the climax, and then that's the decay of that. So the song having that structure and having like those two huge contrasts, I think that was very interesting. And I think it kind of went with the lyrics as well, because it really created two different characters of thoughts, or maybe like two different side of the story, that it was very kind of dreamlike, very introspective at first when he was singing those like verse moments before getting to the explosion, and then the explosion is like he's out of his thoughts, he's just, I don't know, maybe he's just realizing and coming back to the real world. That's also like another thing that I was thinking about, that like huge contrast, and also the pulse of it. So everything from the lyrics and from the arrangement, instrumentation, but also the pulse of it, it really felt like we are just floating, and we're not pinned to a fixed location or place, and then suddenly we are brought back to like very like metronomic feel of the chorus, and it gets like obviously huge and then dies down, and then so it's just like, I don't know, like another masterpiece. I don't know, I've never heard this song's name, but that was very interesting. I think there's so much more, but I gotta listen to it a couple more times. I think I was just caught in that by surprise, in that contrast.
Well, yeah, as you said, it's had like both sides of Led Zeppelin in one song, and also it was like showing it not one time, not two times, like a couple times. And I mean, I love when in general the bands or the song goes up and shows the roughness or like the climax in general, especially Led Zeppelin, that can make really big with also Robert Plant's voice, that he just let it go. I love this part, but I think Led Zeppelin is one of the bands that can make like really, really beautiful lower parts, like not register wise, like the energy wise, or like softer parts, as it was like beginning or at the ending of the like the small parts. Especially how each part was beginning, it was like the most beautiful and vulnerable and touchy feeling. It was like it's touching something really vulnerable in your brain or in your soul. I really loved every time they were starting, and also how the music was in general, but especially how each part was starting, was giving a little, not like jazzy, like in musical technical wise jazz, like had jazz like influence, but the feeling that jazz or this like really like blues, like really, I don't know, this kind of music that gives you this feeling of like really heavy and like chilling, and not like, I don't know, in the being in the moment, and this the time is stretching, like this kind of a feeling that you have when you listen to jazz. I had it also from the song. Everything was like really slow, and like the time was stretching. It was, I get like I loved it. I think it was one of my favorite songs from Led Zeppelin. And also every part that it was starting had not only this softness, as if you're touching something vulnerable, but also it's like you're doubting, and like it's like you're uncertain, if I touch this, if it ruins it, or if I can damage it, or what is it, even a real thing, or is it like in my imagination. And the whole lyrics was also like picturesque and like really imaginary, and it was really fitting how the music was, and how it was like giving you these small pieces of imagination and pictures, and with a really caring and like being careful kind of a thing. It wasn't like giving you the story or like telling. It was really careful in the whole music.
Yeah, and one last thing before we go, I forgot to say that, and I feel like we have to we have to point out, because especially in the softer part, the bass had such an important role. And I was gonna say that, and then you brought up the jazz feel a little bit, and I think it might have something to do with that, because it was such a melodic line, but at the same time the lines could remind you of like maybe a little bit of that. So I don't know, I just wanted to like take a moment to appreciate that, especially in the softer parts. Every time it really felt like the second voice, because he starts and then the bass comes, and then immediately after, kind of immediately, the drums join you, but the melody lies in the bass like instrument and his voice. So the drum has just like a, I guess, rhythm role. So that was very interesting to, like, every time it would go back, and then it would blend with the chorus part, but then it would also like come back like as a very beautiful melody line. So I just wanted to point that out. But that concludes this video right here, right now. We want to thank everybody for watching us. We hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye!